Hi guys, I am the Naval Guy, and today I will be discussing about the Italian battleship class, the Littorio class. Also, before we start, I would like to give a couple of shoutouts. First is to Musashi 30, and second is to Audric. Links to their channels below, and I will be doing collabs with them soon. So now, I will be discussing the general characteristics of the Littorio class battleships. There were 4 ships in the class: the Littorio Veneto, Roma, and Impero. These were the flagships of the Italian Navy. However, only the first 3 battleships were built, as Impero was cancelled. They had a relatively good specifications for the time. Their length was 780 feet to 789 feet, had a beam of 107 feet, had a displacement of over 45,000 long tons, had a speed of 30 knots, had a powerful propulsion plant consisting of 4 gear turbines and 8 Yarrow boilers that could produce 128,200 shaft horsepower. They also had powerful armament and armor for the time. They had 9 15-inch guns in triple turrets for the main battery. They had 12 6-inch guns in single turrets for secondary battery, and also had various anti-aircraft guns. For armor, their main belt was 11 inches, deck armor was 3.5 to 5.9 inches, turrets had 15-inch armor, so did the turret barbettes, and the conning tower had a thickness of 10 inches. They also have 3 float planes and 1 aircraft catapult for aviation facilities. So now that the characteristics are done, time for the service history of the class. First is the Littorio. She was laid down in October of 1934 and was commissioned in May 1940. Shortly after commissioning, she scored 3 hits on the air raid on Taranto. This severely damaged her, and after several repairs, she was back in service in March of 1941. After this, she was tasked to intercept several British convoys in the Mediterranean, which most of the time failed. In July 1943, she was renamed Italia. After Italy capitulated to the Allied forces, most of the Italian fleet were to be interred in Malta. But on the way, they were attacked by German aircraft with new modern bombs. Italia was hit in the bow, which caused severe damage. During internment, she was laid up, and in 1947, she was given to the United States as a war prize. She was then scrapped in Italy in the early 1950s. Second was the Littorio Veneto. She was laid down in October of 1934 and was commissioned in April 1940. Early in the war, she was involved in the Taranto raids, but she was undamaged. Then, a few naval battles happened, and she was damaged several times by torpedoes launched by submarines or destroyers. She did a few unsuccessful raids on British convoys in the Mediterranean in around early 1942. But this had to be cut due to fuel shortages in the Italian Navy. And in June 1943, she was severely damaged by an American air raid, which damaged her bow. And in September 1943, Italy capitulated, and also it was interned with Malta. On the way, she was undamaged by the German aircraft that were previously mentioned, but the same could not be said for the rest of her sisters. After the war, she was given to Britain and was scrapped in Italy in the early 1950s. So that does it for this video. Join me for next week, and I'll be discussing part 2, which will be the Roma and the Impero, and how effective these ships were in World War II. So thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and have a nice day. Bye!